Music Park! Let new people in. Thank you.
I've kind of fallen off watching things in the last few years. Maybe more so than my loss of Christmas spirit is my longing for the enjoyment of watching a TV show. I'm not sure what caused this failure to connect to like anything, but I mean, it is what it is. And I did try to work on it this year, though. I tried, and it may seem like I didn't watch much of anything, but this is a pretty big leap for me. Why does watching a story become so emotionally draining, though? Every ending is like losing some friend that I cannot get back. And I get sad, I get overwhelmed when a show ends, which is probably not very healthy, to be honest. But back to the topic, though. I'm not trying to get anyone down. Some of the shows I did watch this year were not even new to this year, but something I just got to this year. But I did watch a new premiering show this year, which I watched Invincible. But I have too many complaints, really, about that show for it to be considered my favorite. I still enjoyed it for what it was, but what really makes something your fave? Does it really have to meet some metric of good or, great? I think I can kind of feel that I should just be what I liked, I did also watch How to with John Wilson, which is probably obvious because I kind of ripped him off in some of these videos. And this was a pretty close call for being one of my favorite shows. And I also watched Schitt's Creek, almost like out of like some type of spite because everyone kept talking about it. And I really liked it, but again, we didn't finish it because I'm too scared to lose my buddies. But kind of thinking of like going back to stuff. This year I did actually watch Kamen Rider 01, which was great, getting back to something that I used to really enjoy. So that's been pretty fun. And it's one of my favorite rider suits in a long time. But it does make me start to think whether I'm wasting my life and what does it mean to be a human. So, but I watched some anime, speaking of going back to stuff. I watched most of Demon Slayer, which I thought was kind of basic and pretty boring and mediocre, so I guess that's not going to be it either. I finished Seinfeld, which I thought that was pretty interesting to watch something that is so beloved, and I did really enjoy it. It was nice to see like where a lot of stuff came from, but it's not really me for like what I would say is like probably like my favorite of something. Luckily, though, I during that break I took, I was thinking about it really hard, and I came to a conclusion that what really makes something TV. Like, does it have to actually be on TV, or does it just have to be a series of something that I'm excited to see when they come out? And honestly, I think that's really where I landed, and I realized that my favorite series or TV this year was Ariel Bassett's house building videos. I know it's YouTube, and y'all may think I'm being pandering because I love YouTube, but I think why does it have to be on TV? This show brought me enjoyment. I look forward to it every time I saw the video, and I was excited for when the next one would happen. It may seem a little backwards to y'all, but I also think it seems a little backwards to just restrict it to just TV. That seems a little weird to me. What's with that weird restriction of it having to be televised? Other than the name. Well, I'm pretty stupid though, so maybe I don't have any qualifications for judging this. Okay, bye.
Single digits. There's only, wait, that's bad. There's only 2 places that aren't single digits though.